This is going to be a very long video because I'm going to show you guys how to break down a formula, but I'm also going to use Japanese PSO2 market to showcase how expensive this thing is. Obviously, if you're playing on a Western PSO2, you don't have some of these particular abilities, augments, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But before we get started, this is going to be a long video. There's not going to be a lot of editing in it because it's goddamn long, and also I'd rather showcase how I actually break down the formula. The reason why I'm on PSO2 is just so that you guys can see how I go about making this sort of a fix. Now, I could do something like that and just keep it on the side too. So, this isn't beginner stuff. If you're still new to affixing and you need to toy around with it still, once again, upper right hand corner or in the description, look at my fixing video. When it comes to this video, once again, there's not going to be a lot of edits, so you're going to hear me mess up every now and then. When it comes to the goddamn music in the background, it's going to be the goddamn same. And I'm going to be cursing every now and then. So, once again, this video is going to break down this goddamn formula right here, tell you how to go about it, also show you how to make the fodder pieces to make these ideal fixes, and also show you guys the prices, because these abilities aren't fucking cheap. I can tell you right off the bat, this thing is goddamn expensive. However, this will give you a whopping plus 335 SAttk, plus 170 RNT attack, plus 40 dex, plus 40 HP, and then plus 13 PP. Understand that that yellow ability is a timed ability. This is something to do with crafting, and this is only temporary. It is a good week for it to last, so if you do get a time ability and you've got like a boost into SAttk, you got a week of that boosted SAttk. Now, it will expire in due time, and then you gotta refresh it. But when it comes to this SAttk, it may not be at plus 335 because of that time ability right there. But anyways, once again, looking at this thing isn't fucking cheap. And better yet, let me just have that. Oh wait, shit. I haven't organized the goddamn button, so let me put my password in and show you guys how expensive this thing is. So, Grand Power. Grand Power is a... what is it? It's a very pricey item. It's a cash item. It should be this one, Grand S, I think. No, that's not it. I think it's Grand P. I love how they confuse the thing. Okay, yeah, Grand Power. Yeah, that thing is a whopping 75 fucking mil. That ain't cheap. Now, here's the thing about this item. It can give you plus 60 SAttk, plus 20 HP, and plus 5 PP. It is good. It is also a one-time use, and it will always transfer at 100% until you upslot. So, with that formula I showed you guys, where are you? It should be this thing. So this formula right here, I can tell you right off the bat, you don't want to fucking upslot. So if you're thinking about doing it, I advise you not to. And here's another problem. This thing isn't cheap. This thing isn't easy to just slap on a bunch of stuff. Out of all these abilities, I can tell you that at least 5 of them are doable. The other 2 are... These 2 abilities, Doom Break 3 and Mana Reverie, they're the reason why this is going to be a bitch to make, especially in terms of breaking it down. Here's the thing about Mana Reverie, you have to make it the normal way. By the normal way, I'm referring to 4 catalysts plus the Omega Memoria, and then you make Mana Reverie. It's going to be at a 60%, but that's the best way to do it. There are other methods to doing it, but this is going to be on a goddamn unit. So, here's the thing about like mark abilities. Once again, the mark receptor is not a bad thing to do. It is a cash item, so that will be by default very goddamn expensive. If I decide to do something like this right now, you can see that this... oh god, it's that fucking expensive. I thought it was 100 mil, but no, it's 320 fucking mil. With that being said, if you think that's fucking expensive, you also need to get the goddamn ability, which is Mark Angra, and it has to be a 7 slot. This thing, oh, it's not that bad, but here's the thing about mark abilities, they're rare to drop on a goddamn unit. I'm actually surprised this is the only one for a 7 slot, but hey, look. It's the goddamn RNG of this game, so you gotta farm, and hope you can actually get it. Or you could go to the alternative and get an 8 slot, and then you can still use it in your formula. Here's the problem, though. This will take up a decent amount of your fodder space right here. Yeah, I got a bunch of fucking windows, ignore that. So, if you're lucky enough, you could get something like a mark with a power 3. That will help you when it comes to getting this formula right here. Now, to get power 4, you got 2 ways to do it. You either find a bunch of power 4s off of the field, or you buy them in the market, or you can try to gamble and increase the chances when you have a bunch of power 3s. over here you can see that I already got it set up and stuff, but you can see that power 3, 3 power 3s is supposed to give you out of 40%. If I take out the mutation, it is literally a 40% to upgrade it. However, with that mutation 2, now obviously I didn't explain about it, but you know, you gotta experiment and figure some stuff on your own. With the mutation 2, it boosts that 40% to a 70%. It gave a plus 30%. And this is manageable because now you can use a plus 30% successability boost to get that to 100%. So no bullshit right there. But once again, this is going to be hard because of one big factor. Two big factors. The fucking Doom Break and that mana rev. Once again, it's not easy to make a goddamn catalyst. Since I didn't make the video yet talking about the catalyst, oh god. Here's what you gotta have to fucking do. It's a lot of mingling with this goddamn formula. Cause... Alright, let me make the formula and get it finalized. Let's say you actually have the goddamn catalysts for reveries. Let's say you got something like... Now, I do need to avoid putting it on a mark. Let's say you put it on your main fodder piece. Let me get rid of one of these things. And then I would put this, like, over here. Oh, I got rid of it. That's bad. Gotta have to tamper around with that one. Okay. One of these will get one of these abilities also had to get it. Yeah, excuse me. One of these abilities will need to have Omega Memoria on it. Most likely it's gonna be your main fodder piece. So there you go. You got your catalyst there. Now the thing is, you still need to get Apprentice Soul there. Easy method without using a goddamn receptor in here. Receptor would be nice, but you already got like 2 of these slots already filled up because transferring a receptor is impossible. And by transferring it, I mean like stacking a bunch of receptors to get it to transfer onto something else. That's impossible. And yeah, it's just that it's gonna take up another fodder space if you put a soul receptor in here. So you will have to spam the Apprentice Soul into your other fodder pieces. Actually, that's not gonna work. So you got something like this. Apprentice Soul is transferable at 80%. If you got a 50%, you could just have one of them. I mean, 2 of them instead. But let's say you're trying to maximize your percentage with using a 30% or something. Yeah, that's how you do that. And then, what's the other ability? No, wrong picture. Doom Break. Oh yeah, that's why I was bitching about it. It was Doom Break. Now. Oh god, Doom Break. Oh god. Now, the thing about Doom Break is that you got 2 ways to do it. You either got a bunch of Doom Breaks 3, which you can transfer, or you got a bunch of Doom Breaks 2. I would say... Oh god, yeah, this... Just staring at this, it's nasty already. It's fucking nasty. This person did a lot to their goddamn units. Ooh. Actually, no, that's not supposed to be there. My bad. Because that is where the Mark Angra is. Most likely, a Mark will not drop with a soul. If it does, then praise be. But, no, it's not like that in most cases. You need 3 Doom Breaks to get the maximum percentage. Having 2 of them will give you 50. Alright, so it's gonna be something like this. Oh wait, I also need to pop the S-Class. Let's say the Zenith Power? Yeah, Zenith Power. Let's say you got it as a pop item. Oh fuck, I don't want to put it there. I'll put it over here, just because I don't know how you get Zenith Impact exactly. It could be on a unit drop or something, but let's say you have it as a pop item, which is that capsule thing. So you got this. And to replicate their exact formula, power... No, they really didn't organize that ability stuff. And it's gonna be Grand P. Then it's gonna be... Apprentice Mark 2. Apprentice Mark 2. Apprentice Mark 2. And then Reverie. So here's the formula. It's not all at what, 70%, so you will have to push for a 40%, but here's the thing, you might as well do so because you don't want to deal with any RNG. That mana reverie is really goddamn important, especially if you put too much goddamn money into making it. You don't want to fuck it up. That's how you can get this ability, and to figure out how much of that bonus time attack stat they got, this actually gives you a whopping plus 265. So if you do your math, you will get what, 80, 90% boost? Yeah, I'm not. Hold up, I got a fucking calculator over here. Yeah, I could have done the quick math, but look, I want to make sure that I don't say it all fuckity fuck. Minus 335. Okay, I was off by a couple numbers. That time ability gives a plus 72 SAttk. So this is still a good unit piece, and you can push it to this stat over here with a time ability in SAttk. But here's the problem. You're not gonna find something like this. You're not gonna find something with maybe you can. Let me check in the PSO2 market. Someone has to make this very specific fodder if you're trying to look for it. So, what was it? Reverie Catalyst? Reverie Catalyst at a 7 slot will cost you a lot. Let me just show you guys what it is right now. 16 fucking mil. Now, this isn't very specific. It has a bunch of random abilities here and there. Some of them are actually fixed, like having Shoot 3 and Stamina 3. But those grade 3 abilities are easy to transfer. It's just that the Catalyst in itself isn't easy to fucking transfer, and I'll showcase it in a bit. So, going back over here, let's say Reverie Catalyst, along with, what was it, Doombreak? Doombreak was one of the abilities. If you're able to buy it, the problem is, the price might be something you're not going to look forward to. Let's see if someone actually made something like this. Yep, as you can see, that jumped tremendously. Because here's the thing. They could put it at this price because Reverie Catalyst is a bitch to fucking make. And to put a Doombreak 3 on it, it is also a bitch to make. So, power to them if they're able to do that. What you could do also is get one at Doombreak 2, but I don't think anyone made something specific like that. But once again, with this formula, I would say try to maximize everything and try to get a Doombreak 3 so you don't need to actually try to gamble. But yeah, that's if you can buy it. Let's say you don't want to buy it. You don't have that much funds. Then, the other thing is you gotta have to break down these fodder as well. You're not just breaking down this formula that I showed you guys. You're also breaking down how to exactly get these exact damn pieces so you can actually get these final fixes. So it's like a reverse. You trying to get these final fixes, but then also, well, it's more of an add-on than a reverse. Excuse me. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I'm not editing this goddamn shit. So let's. Oh my god, that first fodder slot's gonna be a bitch for me to make. Okay, so here's the thing. This is gonna be a 7 slot. You got that catalyst. This is gonna be a long ass video. Some people, why? Alright, so here's the thing. To make a catalyst, let me start it off with the catalyst bullshit. The catalyst does not have any way to boost itself other than that ability boost and the Affix boost day and then that ability trainer boost. That's the only way you can actually increase those percentages heavily, but shit, I am not looking forward to making this goddamn formula. Why did I choose a hard one out of all these things? Alright, so here it is. Reverie Catalyst, 10 goddamn percent. You got like, let's say it passed a 10% boost, and you want to try to get this thing. You use like a fucking 60, and then also a plus 10 over here. And then you do it. It's still at a goddamn 90%. It's not at a fucking 100 of all of the max shit that you can get. If you got a 20% boost week, then that's a different story. You can get this to 100, but you had to use a goddamn plus 60% Affix booster to get it to a goddamn 100, along with this stupid trainer ability. Like, do you really have that? Do you really want to do that? So yeah, this is how you make the Reverie Catalyst. If you look at that fodder 1 slot, you're gonna realize that that thing is gonna be the main reason why you're gonna start crying. Cause, yeah, to get this exact piece, you're gonna need to shove these things in there too. So, fun fact, to get, it's also a gamble to actually get Omega Memorial with the same piece too. Cause you're gonna need that, you're gonna also need, it's a lot of fucking manipulation. Cause you're not gonna find a reverie with the, actually no, excuse me. You need Omega Reverie, not Omega Memoria. You need to make Omega Memoria. You can try to buy it, but it's not gonna be that exact piece. Or maybe it will be. Let's say you want a Omega Memorial with, if you could get something like this on the market, then you can pay for it. I highly doubt it though. Yeah, that's not a thing. Now, is this a thing right here? Most likely, yeah, but once again, it's gonna be fucking expensive. So, going back to this thing. Yeah, you need to make that Omega Memoria. If you don't have the funds to pay someone else, then yes, you're gonna have to do this. And this is a very specific fodder you need to actually get those endgame abilities. So, most likely it may not even be on the market. You could try to pay one of your friends to do it and get the pieces and all that, but they might demand more money off of you depending on how much they had to do to get that fodder piece. A lot of factors, a lot of fucking factors, but the fact is, this thing is a bitch. I'm trying to figure out what soul it was. Okay, it's Fubula. You need this thing, and then you also need Historia. And then I'm gonna put a bunch of junk over here to showcase the fact that you can make both of them now. Holy fuck, I did not know Omega Memorial was a 10% too. Ah, joys. And worst of all, you're not even there yet. Because, you still need to get Apprentice Soul and Doombreak on there. Since you're fucking gambling already, I might as well say this to you. Get a fucking Doombreak 2 instead. Somehow get Doombreak 2 into these things. Might as well put it at a 3. You can maximize it, but that's more manipulation on your part. And then you also need Apprentice. Apprentice Soul is like the easiest one out of all this bullshit. Because it'll be the high... Okay. That, yeah, like you had to put it on the pieces that do not have the other souls, because you need the Fabulous Soul to stay as it is along with the Historia Soul. If this is on a weapon, much more fucking easier, but this is on a goddamn unit. And I think that's it for that first one. So now I need to put a bunch of junk over there. Actually, since this is the main fodder piece as well, you will most likely pop that S. Since this is excuse me. Since this is the 13 star that you're trying to put all your fixes on, you can put that that S7 ability over here. This grants a 10% chance to stun the enemy with a just attack. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, you can pop it somewhere. As you know, pop it over here. You don't want it over there. This is fucking fun. This is why I stopped making a bunch of formula fixes, especially with like this sort of thing here. This is just too much. But hey, look, they got their point across, and the thing is, once you make a godlike affix, you can always transfer it over. To a degree. You can't transfer everything depending on if it can support S-class abilities, but at the very least, if you put a lot of money into it, because of that transfer method from Duty Monica, you don't need to worry about redoing this bullshit ever again. You can forever keep those abilities that you got, as long as you don't fuck it up. I don't know how you'll fuck it up, but like, don't fuck it up. So, here are the final percentages to get your fodder piece. Now, you don't want to upslot, because once again, you're already fucking gambling at a high price. Wait. Yeah, you don't need to do a fucking upslot, don't. It's stupid. You saw how dumb the percentages are. It's fucking low. Lower than you need it to be. So yeah, you need to make something like this. Now, let's say you're a casual member, you can at least use a plus 40 to get it to most of the get most of it to transfer, but you're gambling on two motherfuckers right here. That one succeeded. This one fails. This one fails. This succeeded. This one fails. So you see that 50-50 for two abilities can screw you pretty hard, and even if you get one of them to succeed, the fodder piece in itself is fucking useless, and you gotta have to try again. Now, you can sell it, because, you know, it's there, but the main goal is to try to get this bullshit. Now, let's say you do fail. You can try to upslot it and gamble at these affixes, and then try to get it to this point where you need to do the same formula again. But it's a pain in the butt. You need to do a lot of manipulation with it. And this is just to make this fodder piece. This one fodder piece. Your base main fodder piece over here. This is just one of the breakdowns. I didn't even talk about these fuckers over here. Okay, so new panel. Actually, better yet, I could just take this thing, copy it, and stare at like fodder 2. So it is mutation 2 is transferable. Power 3 is gonna be this is gonna be a bit more lenient. Power 3, mutation 2, reverie, catalyst, apprentice. So you're still gambling at a goddamn 10%, but you don't need to worry about omega reverie. So you can take that out of the equation. Let's put H over here instead. Once again, mutation 2. Mutation 2 is easy, just have 3 copies somewhere. It should be fixed to these reveries, or you might be able to find a reverie with a mutation 2. Or you can just put it on this slot over here. So you have something like this. Actually, better. Let me make sure it is at the highest percentage. Yep. And then apprentice, so I think I just created a one for the Doom Break 3 with the Reverie Catalyst and actually with power. Now here's the thing. Since you're gambling already, I might as well say that instead of getting power 4, you can shoot for a power 5. And by power 5, I mean get a power 4 in this fucking equation of, well, no. Never mind, scratch that. Ignore what I was trying to say with the power 5 now. Don't push it. So, this one should be a bit easier, and like I said, I think I just made a formula for like this fodder piece over here. Looking at this formula a bit closely, I realize that, once again, that markability may not have the affixes you need. It might have a power 3, but let's say it doesn't have a power 3, you can just put it on one of these things instead. And I think I just made the formula for these 3 pieces over here. Yeah, Doom Break's over here. Instead of putting a Doom Break over here, you could put it over here. Yeah, you could put it over here, actually. So I can just lessen the load on, like, this bullshit over here. Yeah, you could just, like, not have a Doom Break 3 in here and just put it on something else. But this is still an option. It depends on how you want to go about it. So, what is it? Power 3 Mutation, Apprentice, Doom Break, and then a Reverie. And then all the other stuff, and then you don't want to upslot it, so it's gonna be like that. You put a plus 40 on it. So everything's able to transfer except that catalyst. But here's the thing about this catalyst. At the very least, you're just dealing with one piece of crap. It failed though, so once that happens, you're kind of stuck with this shit, and you gotta have to start all over again. And Doom Break actually failed on that retry. But yeah, it's just like a 50-50. This catalyst is what's gonna kill you the most. Even with like a 10% boost to it, the catalyst will be your downfall. If it fucks you over hard, everything else is gonna be It's still usable, but it's like you can't get that right formula so you can make your final fixes. And you need to make 3 of these fuckers to get this final fix. Because once again, I don't know if Mark Angra is gonna have like any fancy abilities. I don't think you can even transfer it unless you got like multiple Mark receptors. That's gonna be a shit ton of money. But pretty much you want to make 3 of these right here, and then get one of these. Actually, no, excuse me, one of these, and then combine it all over here, and just have a Mark receptor and a Mark ability. And yeah, yeah, no, that's pretty much it for this formula. Now, I could break it down and show other ways to do it, but with how specific this ability is, there's not a lot of ways to go around it, because you get to be stuck with this scenario. You get to be stuck with, like, a Mark Angra not having certain abilities, and a Mark Receptor not having the right abilities you need so you can finalize it. And apparently, I think I exited out of the formula that I was, like, emphasizing on. Yeah, this thing over here. You're not gonna have, like, the leisure of using all 5 fodder pieces, or all 6 fodder slots. 2 of these are gonna be taken up with the thing you need, but it's gonna have dog shit other abilities. To prove my point, let's go back over here and try to find Mark Angra with like an power 3. I think it's gonna be an 8 slot though. Apparently this 7 slot has it. Everything else is into an 8 slot, and that just increased in value. But when it comes to the Mark Receptor, they're not gonna have any fancy ability that can lessen the load when it comes to getting those specific abilities on that picture. Like, yeah, you can see that sometimes you'll see a power 3 here and there, but it will not have a Doom Break 3 on there. Wow, that one actually has a Factor Catalyst. That one's nice. I'm confused. How the hell did they get a catalyst on this fucker? Did he transfer that? Oh, duh. I think there's where's my Affix simulator? I think they add a receptor. Is there a receptor? I'm raising an eyebrow at this one because I've never seen it before. No, it's not that. It's not the guard. It's not the photon. Is it the GIF? No. No, it's not that. It's not so. It's not sentence. It's not phrase. I'm trying to figure out how the hell did Mark Receptor... How do you transfer a Mark Receptor with a Factor Catalyst? Unless it drops like that, then... I'm gonna assume that unit piece dropped as it is, or it was given to that player as it is. That is a stupid... Wait a second, I'm confused to why this person is not selected for any higher, because that's a Factor Catalyst. You need a Factor Catalyst to do that. And this thing can actually push for like a stupider ability. That's actually expensive. Ah, wait, no, there's other ones here too. Unless they got it from PSO2 ES. Actually, do they drop these things in PSO2 ES? Now I don't even know anymore. But yeah, apparently that is a thing. This is bad. I'm staring at the market. I'm making a bunch of formulas that I can make at an 8 slot, if that is a thing. Do I really want to do it? No, but at the same time, it's like, I can. Maybe. I don't know. Nah, it's gonna be hard for me to actually do what I wanted to do. Alright, I'm mumbling now, so that's pretty much it for this video. Yeah, that's it for this video before I prolong it any longer than I need to and start, like, thinking hard about these affixes. Yeah, to make this final affix over here, it's just a pain in the ass. I would say that if you're not into that sort of thing, don't go for this thing. But it depends on your money, depends on your wallet, depends on your time, depends on if you really want to try hard. Do what you want to do. There's, like, some other ways I would go about this, but once again, this is just... Ugh. That mana riv being there is just something. But once again, this gives you a decent plus 265 SAttk, along with trying to get all these goddamn abilities. let's go with 40. Let me put this. Where are you? Where are you, Grand P? So you get all 7 of these slots, and yeah, it just gives you. Oh wait, no, wrong button. Plus 265 SAttk, plus 170. It's pretty much the same thing that I talked about, but yeah, it's just gonna eat up a lot of your money. It's gonna be half of $1 billion thinking about it. Well, it depends on if you're able to not use as much, and if all your pieces succeed, it might be a bit less than that, about around 200 mil, 300 mil. Well, that's like a very good cost if you can farm for these pieces. For example, by farm, I mean if you're able to farm for these Elder Revs and Losers, Prezina, Double Personas, that would save you a lot in trying to do it. But here's the problem with these drops. Or here's the problem with the slot number. It's at a 7 slot. 7 goddamn slot. So, what you could do is just try to find like the downgraded version of it. It might still equal amount the same. I don't know. Depends on how you look at it. But let's say you get a look at a loser reverie for 6 slot. You can see that if you combine these or you try to gamble it and get it to a 7 slot, you might be able to save a decent amount of money. So this 6 times 3, 18. Obviously it's not exactly at 1,800,000, but it's close to. It's like maybe 2 million. But if I decide to go for a 7 slot loser reverie, the price is still the fucking same. Actually, yeah, now I remember that. I was trying to show you guys that upsliding might help you, but it depends on the ability. That's it, once again, for this video. I'm gonna end it here, but that's how you get this piece of shit that I decided to conjure up for you guys. And better yet, let me actually, did I have that 10% on when I decided to do these final fixes? No, I don't think so. But if you want to have this formula, just let me know in the comments. I am going to save it as it is. What do you mean there's nothing to fucking save? There is something to save, you stupid gay. Oh, well, whatever. Let me know. If you need any help, I'm done with this thing. I'm done for this one formula. You'll see it again, or you'll see me toy around with a different formula next week. I'm done with this one. Yeah, we're done. Yeah, peace, peace, peace.